Mystic West Music.
What is going on, guys? Mystic West here. Going to be going over all of the chords used for the song One Jump Ahead of the Breadline. It's like hard to not finish that, to say one jump. Like, I thought the song was always just one jump, but I guess it's one jump ahead. Ahead of the breadline. But I'm going to be going over all of the chords and breaking them down. I have a separate video where it's just the song. So if you already kind of know the chords and want to just check that one out, the link is in the description. And so yeah, here we go. This is going to be in the order they appear. So the very first one is an E minor, or, you know, E minor 7 if you want. It's up to you. So E minor is E, G, B. If you want to make it a 7, add the D. Okay, but it's just E minor. Then we have a C7, C, E, G, B flat. Now that happens a few times in the song, even in the different keys. There are, I think, 3 keys in this, 3 key changes. The next one is going to be a B dominant 7, B, D sharp, F sharp, A. And then we're going to have an A9. I love A. I love the add 9s. A, B, C sharp, E. We're going to have a G over D. A lot of slash chords in this, actually. So what that means is just a D in the bass, and then you can play the chord however you want. If you do an inversion, where G major, G, B, D, and just put that D in the bottom. Put that D in the bottom. That's also a G over D. But, you know, if you have the D in the bass, you can do any inversions of the G major chord, and it'll still be the G over D. We're going to have an E flat, a major 7. We still haven't even key changed yet. But those notes are going to be E flat, G, B flat, D flat. We're going to have a regular G. This part kind of comes up in the song where there's a walking part where it's like, and there's a couple walking parts like that. It starts off with G, G, B, D. Gonna have an A minor, A, C, E. Another slash chord, G over B. So you could do that with B, D, G. Or you could play, just do the octaves there. Do G wherever you want. But it's easier to do it when you're walking up. Like, I just go back down with the right hand. So G, G, A minor, G. Just go back down. Or you can do the inversion. It is up to you. Now we're going to have a B major, B, D sharp, F sharp. C sharp minor 7. Excuse me. C sharp, E, G sharp, B. This is part of the walking chord. The D diminished 7. This is an interesting chord. D, F, G sharp, B. And you don't have to do the full one. You could just do it up to the G sharp. Na, na, na. Then we're going to have a B over D sharp. So it's the D sharp in the bass. B, D sharp, F sharp. Or if you're doing it the other way, D sharp, F sharp, B. Okay. Then we're going to have a D7. D, F sharp, A, C. Okay, then we're gonna have an A minor 7, which is, you can do an A. A lot of these chords, you don't have to do them fully if you don't want to. You could just make them all the simple versions without the 7s, without, the 9s and whatever you want. It's really up to you, especially if you're singing it might be easier. A, C, E, G. Okay. And then we're going to have another diminished. A sharp, diminished 7. A sharp, C sharp, E, G. So you just kind of take those A, C, make them sharps. Keep your right hand the same. And that's another one of those walk-up parts. We're going to have a C over D. This is the part I really like this part. Riff, raff, street rat. So C over D is, the D in the bass. C, G. Or you can do it the other way. This is one of those, it's like a 9 though. Yeah, C add 9, because that D, if you did it like that. And then there's the D, I already did a D7. So then the C major 7 over D, I just play the E minor with the right hand, because that kind of follows the melody. So, riff, raff, street, da-na-na, E, G, B, dum-dum. C major 7. We're going to have a G6 over D, which is basically playing that E. So it's kind of like an E minor again, but you're doing the G. So anyways, it's D, E, G. You play it like that. D, E, G. And then we're going to have a G sus4 to the G. So it's G, G, do, fa, so, do, da, da. Hasty or snack guys. F sharp minor 7. It's going to be a F, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Okay. Next one that's new is going to be an E sus4. And it's going to go to an E minor in this one, but there's going to be E, A, B. So that one's going to be take it, take it. And then it's going to be a B minor over D. So that's D, F sharp, B, B, or D6. To an E minor over D. And we already kind of played that chord earlier. It's like that. It's like that chord. We're gonna have an F sharp 7. sorry, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E. Okay, and then we're going to have a C minor. This is going to be in one of the walking chords. So it's like the crime. Okay, so it's a C minor, C, E flat, G. Then we're going to have the A7 over C sharp. So it's a C sharp in the bass. A, C sharp, E, G. Now we're going to have a D minor. D, F, A. And then now we're going to have a key change. Going to be 4 flats. Let me change it. All right. So the first chord in this key change is going to be an F minor. And you can play. You don't have to play the 9 or even the 7. It's just an F minor, is what it says. It does say add 2, but that kind of makes it a film noir kind of sound. So I just do the F minor, which is F, A flat, C, D flat 7, D flat, F, A flat, B. We're going to have a B flat 7, B flat, D, F, A flat. Now, here's kind of where we were earlier. In a way, it's just a different key now. It's an A flat over E. So you could do the E flat, A flat, C, if you want to do the inversion. Or keep the E flat in the bass. Do any of the inversions that you want. Next chord is an E7. Oops, added an extra note in there. So since we are in the key with the 4 flats, it's saying that it's an F flat, which technically F, and then you flatten it, but E7, E, G sharp, B, D. So F flat 7 or E dominant 7. This is going to be a walk-up part. We're going to have an A flat, C, E flat. Going to have a B flat minor, B flat, D flat, F. And then a B diminished 7. Look at all those double flats in this key. But yeah, a C flat diminished 7, because technically this is a C flat. In the sheet music, though, they have it listed as a B diminished 7. Okay, so that's what I'm calling it right now. So it's B, D, F, A. Okay. B, D, F, A. And then to continue that walk up, there's the A flat over C, C in the bass, C, E flat, A flat. And then we're going to have a C major, C, E, G. This is still walking up. D minor 7, D, F, A, C. D sharp, diminished, or an E flat. Yep. In the sheet music it says D sharp though. D sharp, F sharp, A, C. And that's just like a walking. You don't have to play with both hands. And then C over E. So E, G, C. Or just the E in the bass like that. Okay, now we're going to have an E flat 7. E flat, G, B flat, D flat, B flat minor 7, B flat, D flat, F, A flat. Now this is going to be another one that's kind of like the riff-raff part. This is D flat over E flat. Okay, so the D flat, if you were to do it, it's also like, D flat add 9. But for the sake of this, we are calling it a D flat over E flat. So it's E flat and then F, A flat, D flat. Then we're going to do, we already did the E flat 7, so it's, and then it's a D flat major 7. So it's let's not be too hasty. But anyway, so the D, technically it's an F minor 7 over E flat, but so it's E flat, but I'm calling it a D major 7. It's what the sheet music says. So E flat, F, A flat, C. Okay, and then the A flat sus4 is coming up, but there's going to be an A flat 6. Okay, so that is A flat, C, E flat, F. So that what makes it the 6 is the F. And then an A flat over E flat. E flat, A flat, C. And then this is kind of like the first part, but a little bit different. It's that part. Hasty. Okay, so anyways, it's an A flat sus4, so A flat, D flat, E flat. Gotta get used to, I'm not used to singing some of these notes. And then an A flat, but then it goes to the sus2. A flat, B flat, E flat. And then there's the G7. G, B, D, F. Or okay, and then it's going to be the sus, the G sus4. I guess we already do kind of have that one. Then it's the G minor. G, B flat, D. It's like still I. Now to the C sus4. And think he's right. so that's that part. So it's the C, 7, sus4, C, F, G, B flat, to the C7, F minor over E flat. Okay, so it's E flat, F, A flat, C. And then we're going to go to a C sharp 7. And then this is where there's a key change. So it's C sharp, F, G sharp, B. All right, so now we're going into 3 sharps. And we're only going to be in this part with the 3 sharps. This is just the instrumental, and this is where it's the F sharp 5, which is like a power chord, but it kind of gives it that space to where you don't have that middle note in there. And then this is sort of where the music is like, and there's like a lot of there's a lot of stuff like that. C sharp 5 is a C sharp and the G sharp. F sharp 5 is F sharp and C sharp. And this is kind of how it goes. And then it goes back down. And then the next part, so this is the C sharp 5. Oh, and then the other one is the, sorry, I got ahead of myself again. So there's the E5, which is E and B, and then it's sort of similar. Then to the B. It's kind of a similar, it's a lot of chromatics for that part. Okay, so these are all like power chords. You don't necessarily have to do this if you don't want. This is not in the sheet music. I just kind of tried to figure it out, and I got kind of close. So if you don't want to, this is where they're like talking. You idiots, we all have swords. It's kind of like during that part. But this part is in the sheet music. So this is so it's C sharp, D, C sharp, na 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 na. So F sharp, G. Then it goes to the C sharp, the G sharp, A. Keeps going up octaves. And it ends on the E flat 7. And then there's another key change. We just go in the circle of fifths. We add, in this one we add 2 more sharps. Now we're going to have a G sharp, oh my goodness, G sharp minor, not whatever that was. G flat, B, sorry, G sharp, B, D sharp. Oh my gosh, the G sharp minor. Okay. And we're going to have a D sharp 7, which is also the E flat 7, but it's just in a different key, so it's D sharp, G, A sharp, C sharp. But it's also an E flat 7, in a different key. I don't know how you want to look at it. Now we've got a B over F sharp. So that's F sharp, B, D sharp. Or just F sharp, play the B. Inversions. However you want to play it, like wherever you want to play it. That's more comfortable for you. And then we have a D sharp minor 7, D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. It's only one time with this chord. And then a G sharp dominant 7, G sharp, C, D sharp, F sharp. And then the very last two chords of the song, well, I guess there's a B at the very end. Anyways, so F sharp sus, F sharp 7 sus, she sonata, C sharp. Okay, so it's F 7. Here's the F dominant 7. Make it sus over C sharp. So it's the C sharp in the bass. F B C sharp E. That's, well, see, this is calling it a C sharp minor 11, but technically, so I guess it's a C sharp minor 11, but according to the book, it's an F sharp sus over C sharp, and then you keep those fingers the same, and you go to the F sharp, so it's F sharp, B, C sharp, E, and then it's gonna start on the F sharp, and it's going to be a walk down chromatic scale. It's like, all I got to do is jump. And then when you get to the B, you go back up to the E. So B, B, da, na, 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 na. And once you get to this B, you can play the B5. It says it's another B with no third. So it ends on the B. And that is it, you guys. I really hope that helped. I guess if you made it this far, I didn't really get into this detail earlier. But at a few parts, there's this walking bass line. Oh, it seems Aladdin's hit the bottom. So to do that, you can do the ones and the fives of the chord. It's a pretty common bouncy bass kind of thing to do. So, or an E minor 7. So the 1 and the 5, the 1 is the E, the 5 is the B, but instead of going like that, which you could do, oh, it seems Aladdin's hit the bottom. You could do it like that. A lot of the times they do it from higher up. So either dum, 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 instead of dum, 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 dum. So a lot of the times they start dum, 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 dum. Okay, so I forgot to add that. I hope that helps you guys. Please check out the other video if you want to just watch the entire song. Please feel free to like and subscribe. That would be awesome and help me out a lot. Hope you guys have a good night, good day. I'm going to be doing the Prince Ali song as well coming up, so be sure to check that out. And I will see you guys later.